Our planet is changing. It changed in the past, it is changing today, and of course it will change in the future. We welcome some changes. We don't notice some others. Moreover, there are changes we must fight against. We must fight hard if we want humanity to survive. Natural disasters happened before. They are happening today, and it is unlikely that natural disasters can be avoided in the future. But natural disasters can provoke man-made disasters causing serious consequences. Explosions on chemical plants, transport accidents affect people and nature not only locally, but globally. Superheroes, alas, do not exist. To liquidate natural and technogenic catastrophes, it is necessary for ordinary human specialists. They must work as quick responders, deal with the consequences, and be experts in preventing future disasters. Who can take on these roles? Our game is the answer to this question. A game for those who are able to save, liquidate, and prevent coming face to face with a catastrophe. They are able to make quick and responsible decisions. For those who answering the question, who else but you, takes a confident step forward, we invite to play the game It's on You. Good afternoon, good morning, or maybe a good day. I don't know the time in your place of the world. And we today have another game, the game with the name It's on You. And today will be the semi-final game. Oh, sorry. I'll discuss it with the hosts today. And the host today will be... Please show me the hosts. Today will be, as I know, Alexander and Konstantin. Hello, guys. How are you?
Hello. Very well. We're looking forward to our teams.
Yeah, hello, Pavel. I'm great, thank you. I'm the second time here as a host, and I'm doing well. And I'm very glad to see Alexander here today.
Okay. So, Pavel, I have a question. We had 3 games, and this game is semi-final, so it's gonna be a really tough competition. Are rules the same?
Yes, almost the same, but I would like to briefly tell about them in order to say our viewers, to remind them what is our game and what are the main checkpoints, and we will go through them. According to the rules, we have 2 teams, as usual, and you know that we always have 2 teams. You will know about the teams a bit later. Each team has the task. The task is devoted to some environmental changes, and they have only 1 hour and a half to prepare this solution. The solution of some catastrophe, some event which is dangerous to the environment, to people who are living nearby. And they have only 1 hour and a half. Just imagine, it's like the real-time situation, and they must solve it, and they must find the best creative, smart solution and present it to you viewers. But not only to you. They also present their presentation, their solution, their ideas to the jury. And the jury will evaluate them, and the maximum is 10 points. 10 points which they can earn from each member of jury. In the end of the game, we will have the result. Who will have the best score move further, move in the next round. And moreover, I would also like to remind the viewers, to you viewers, that you have an opportunity to support the team you liked more, your favorite team. And in the end of the game, after the presentations, you will see the QR code and you can give your vote to the team. In the end, the winners according to the jury idea and to your audience, they will receive the cash prizes. And it will be later, it will be after the fact we will play all the games. But now we have two teams and they will compete who will move in the next round. But we are developing. We are changing our game as now we have the first season, as you know. And there are some important remarks which will be helpful for students, for teams, and also for jury and for you viewers. As we are the representatives of universities, our idea is to save the world, to save the nature, to save people. And I would be glad if we won't discuss some financial issues of the project, of your idea, because when we think about the lives of the people, about the nature, I think and I hope we will pay any price. And that is the idea of our game. And also we think and we hope and we are sure that our teams will be honest, they will compete fairly, and they will do their best to show the result, to show the best result as they can, and they will improve our world indeed. So that is our rules. Good luck to all. Guys, that are the rules.
Thank you, Pavel. So in the previous rounds, we had different situations for our students, but all of them were about fertilizers. Sometimes fertilizers are not good, sometimes irresponsible use of them or just an accident may lead to some negative consequences or even a catastrophe. But Konstantin, what else can pollute lands and the environment in general?
As you already said, fertilizers is the first. And of course, some pesticides, fungicides, and so on and so on. And one of the most dangerous ones are heavy metals and other industrial wastes. Heavy metals can be in wastewater, in the mines and in production, and so on and so on. Nevertheless, some heavy metals some parts of substances for some agricultural products. And today we're going to know some more about it in the video.
And now I'll show you the video. Nowadays, there is much talk about organic farming and the production of organic products. Well, there is no doubt that organic products are healthier for us, but organic farming doesn't provide enough food to feed the growing population of the Earth. Therefore, we are forced to resort to chemical industry products to increase yields and preserve crops during storage. Today we will talk about the most dangerous substances that can get into food products when we process them or treat agricultural lands. To fight pests and infections, we use organochlorine and organophosphorus substances, mercury compounds, and other chemicals which contain toxic elements. The most dangerous are mercury, arsenic, cadmium, lead, and chromium. Of these, mercury is the most dangerous and one of the most widespread heavy metals. There are a lot of examples when people got poisoned with mercury. We will give just one of them. This example illustrates that sometimes ignoring simple things leads to the death of people. In 1971, Iraq and most of the Middle East were hit by severe drought. Iraq concluded a deal with Mexico on the supply of wheat
which yielded a high yield even in a desert climate. Iraq bought 100,000 tons of grain, which was delivered there by sea. To prevent wheat from mold in wet conditions during the long journey, it was treated with a fungicide made from mercury. The wheat arrived too late, so it could not be sown. What was left to do with it? Farmers, despite all the warnings that it should not be eaten, decided to do it their own way. They started feeding livestock with contaminated wheat, as well as making flour from it. Farmers washed wheat grains, thinking that by doing so they can avoid the danger. Within a few weeks, thousands of people were hospitalized with mercury poisoning, and hundreds of them died. When they realized that wheat was poisoned and could not be washed for food, many tons of this wheat were thrown into rivers, poisoning the water with mercury and making it deadly for water animals and people. After this disaster, international rules for labeling toxic products were adopted. In addition, there was a new ban on the processing of grain with mercury. However, mercury contamination of agricultural products continues. And the most common is the contamination of agricultural soils that are located near sites of illegal gold mining, which uses mercury compounds. This danger can turn into an equally terrible catastrophe in all countries where this practice continues to be applied. What is the danger of mercury contamination of lands? Mercury is very difficult to remove from biogeochemical streams. Mercury salts that have entered rivers, reservoirs, and soils can accumulate in them and in bottom sediments. Moreover, it is very difficult and expensive to track this deadly contamination. Therefore, first of all, we must not allow pollutants such as mercury to enter agricultural products. Such a problem concerns not only mercury, but also all so-called conservative pollutants, those that do not decompose into harmless components, but only accumulate in the environment. But if the landscapes are already polluted, it is necessary to apply special technologies for the extraction of mercury and other pollutants from soils and to carry out very careful monitoring of biogeochemical flows, taking into account the period of purification of the polluted landscape.
So now we know something more about the influence of heavy metals on humans' health and how it can go to the products of agriculture. And today our theme of the game will be about some heavy metals, and the first presentation will be done by C3 team from Vietnam, and now we're going to watch the video about the team.
The first, I would like to introduce the name and motto of my team. My team's name, Team C3, is formed up of the first three letters of the three syllables in our slogan. Camp, confident, champion is the motto. I believe that when playing in any game, calmness and confidence are crucial, and I am confident that my team will have both. In addition, obtaining new information is more significant than my team winning this game. Self-winning is usually the most challenging, and I wish everyone who takes part in the game to become their own champion.
Our logo is influenced by a variety of pictures. Firstly, the image of rice. One of the biggest exporters of rice in the world is Vietnam, which has a long-standing wet rice sector. The representation of a rice plant is thus at the core of the logo. Just like we require information to affairs and people, rice plants require sunlight to develop. Vietnam National University has a long history of excellence in training in Vietnam, and Hanoi University of Science, in particular, features experienced instructors with intensive expertise. Secondly, professors like Sunlight, who foster in us a love for scientific inquiry through their rich knowledge. The ultimate inspiration for the image of three leaves below came from the subsequent courses, which continue with passions. We constantly imparted the fundamental principles of research to younger students. Also, the illustration of three green leaves demonstrates our research focus on sustainable green agriculture.
Hanoi University of Science, which I go was founded 67 years ago. This is Vietnam's first university for fundamental science. In 1995, the Faculty of Environment was founded with a mission to train and provide top-quality, committed graduates to research, develop, and transfer valuable scientific advance and technology products in the field of environment, environmental protection, and sustainable using natural resources, and environmental for sustainable development. Students of Faculty of Environmental Science always actively participate in extracurricular activities such as welcoming new students, volunteering activities, developing soft skills, helping students become more active and creative. Besides, students have the opportunity to participate in national and international environmental projects, enhancing their academic knowledge and English skills. Students conduct environmental research under supervision of highly qualified lecturers and get with support from academic staff, researchers, technicians at the laboratory. Through 5 trips for scientific research, students learn a lot from practice.
And their competitors are Umere team from Indonesia.
The uniqueness of Balinese culture encouraged Erlangga University to establish a Faculty of Letters in Bali. This is the forerunner to the establishment of Udayana University, which was inaugurated in 1962 by President of Republic of Indonesia, Sukarno. Udayana University's strategic location makes it a center for the advancements of science, technology, and Balinese culture. Supporting infrastructure and educational curricula are built in integrated manner. More than 20 countries around the world make Udayana University a destination for cultural study and research. This makes Udayana University as the university that admits the largest number of international students in Indonesia. The development of digital science and technology has been adopted in the implementation of education, research, and community service. This is a provision for Udayana University in responding to the challenges of a dynamic industry. In addition, researchers from Udayana University transforms their findings into innovative and useful products. These innovative ideas are studied in the conjunction with numerous scientific disciplines and the requirements of the global community. Udayana University campus development is also based on the Campus Sehat and UI Green Metric programs. Udayana University fully supports the growth of student passions, abilities, and talents. Udayana University is committed to encourage students' achievements and enhancing the university's reputation on the national and international levels. This is Udayana University.
Such beautiful videos. I really enjoyed watching them. So I think it's high time for the task. Konstantin, could you tell us what the task will be for our
Yes,
students?
of course. Well, first of all, there is some area where there is a pond for treatment of domestic wastewater and livestock wastewater from nearby village. And some company engaged in disposal of hazardous toxicants of temporary industrial sites for the reception of galvanic sludge on the shore of this pond. There is a tank car which have collected about 50 cubic meters of toxic sludge, and during earthquake the bottom of the tank was destroyed. So all this galvanic sludge poured into the settling pond. Then we see that there is the storage of galvanic sludge. There is a pond for wastewater treatment nearby, and there is a large water reservoir for fish farming and for irrigation of agricultural lands nearby. There is some little water reservoir with the river which is going through this pond, and there is some protected section of the river for breeding river fish. and the laboratory where specialists are located is not very long from the place of the catastrophe. So we have some conditions of the area and some conditions of this toxic sludge and some conditions of the river flow. And due to these conditions, our teams should formulate operational decisions and operational monitoring activities in order to minimize the risk of to people and aquatic organisms in the river and in the fish farms. So, to my mind, it's a rather hard deal. It's very interesting how these teams will deal with it. So I think that we can watch how do the teams take this task in envelope and open this envelope. I think that we can see these videos.
Well, it's quite a task, I should say.
This is the problem for today's game, and this is the secret thing. So it must send to this problem to the student. Okay. This is all.
Ingat reaksi tapi. Oh ya. At point 1 there is a settling.
They seem happy with the task.
Maybe they are very nervous because this is very hard deal.
Really? Do you have something in mind? Some solution?
Just one, to take some alkaline oxide.
Hush, hush. They should not know.
Okay, I will keep silent. So there is another task for the supporting team.
Yeah, they can help us help their teams to earn a bonus point. Hello, guys. Hey.
Hello.
Nice to see you. Would you like to help your teams earn a bonus point?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Very well. Yes and no. I hope it's only yes. So we have some questions for you. Some quiz. We have 10 questions, professional ones, and you will have just 15 seconds to decide whether it's yes or no. Okay? Let's just have a little training. Okay? I ask you Is it spring now? What do you answer? Is it spring? Okay. Yes. Yes. Everybody understood the question. Nice. Thank you. So, I remind you that you have only 15 seconds for the answer. Okay, Konstantin, could you start with the questions?
Well, first of all, we should say that if you gain less than 7 points out of 10, you won't be able to have extra point for your team. But the next question is in aquatic ecosystems, toxic metal salts accumulate most in bottom sediments. Is it true or false? Now it's time going on. Well, yes.
Yes.
And this is true. This is true. Yes is correct answer. So, next question.
Next question. Mercury salts are less toxic than aluminum compounds. Is it true? Please show. It's no.
Yeah, no is correct answer.
The third question.
Yes. Now statement number 3. Statement number 3. Please show your decision after the time is over. So, statement number 3. In soils and sediments, toxic metal often form insoluble phosphate salts. Is it true or false? Time is up. Time is over. So both teams said no, but toxic metal often form insoluble forms of phosphate salts. No is correct answer, so both teams are incorrect.
The question number 4. Some plants accumulate more toxic metals in their biomass than other plants. Such plants can be used to extract metals from soils. Is this true? Your answer? Yes. And that's correct.
Well, statement number 5. Statement number 5. Mercury compounds can be released into environment along with emissions from factories and burned garbage. Is it true or not? And time is over. Show your decision. Yes, yes, and yes is correct answer. The teams here have a point.
That's a close race. Question number 6. No traces of toxic metals have ever been found in Antarctica. Have you been to Antarctica? And the answer is no, no. That's correct.
So, okay. Well, we want you to show your tables just in time when the time is over, and please hold your tables. Well, next statement. Next statement is number 7. Secondary heavy metal pollution from bottom sediments occurs under aerobic conditions. So time is going on. And your solution is and yes, but no. No, the correct answer is no, because of that.
Dear Team Eumeria, please be on time. You cannot share your answer after the second team. When there is 2 seconds, 1 second, and you show us your answer, okay? Or we will not count them. Okay, next question. Number 8. Special gasoline additives may contain lead. Five seconds.
And the correct
And that's
answer
correct.
is yes. Well, next statement is number 9. One of the ways to reduce the toxicity of contaminated soils is to dilute them with non-toxic soils. Well, 3, 2, 1, and your answer is. And the correct answer is no. Well,
and the last question.
And
Eumeria was right. Next question. Statement number 10.
Well, I think that we can uncount this statement. We'll just give them one more additional statement for the competition.
Okay.
Okay, but nonetheless, statement number 10, Alexander.
But what's with the
What's
number
with
of
the
points? Okay, it will be for our technicians to decide. Statement number 10. Pollution from heavy metals and pesticides increases the risks of cancer in humans. Is this right? And your answer? Yes and yes. That's correct. The number of points is not right. Please, our technical team, yeah, that's true.
Well, one additional question. Statement number 11. Methyl mercury is formed under aerobic conditions. Is it true or not? So time is up.
Answer.
And your answer is yes and yes, and it's incorrect. No, it's forming under anaerobic conditions. So we have one more statement.
Dear teams, please do not try to look at the other team. Think it by yourself. Okay, the next question. 1 ton of sand absorbs less pollutants than 1 ton of clay.
So this is very hard.
Your answer? We cannot count this answer because you were late. The next question.
Yes. Well,
Dear
next
teams,
question.
please be faster.
Yes, first of all, we want you to be faster. Second, we want you to be more individual. Well, we have 2 more questions, no more. And the next statement is: heavy metals become non-toxic from biological wastewater treatment plants. And your answer is no. No, and both answers is correct. That's true. So we have one more question, and it is last, Alexander.
The last question that will decide everything. When monitoring the hazard of metal contaminated soils, it is more important to determine the mobile forms of metals than their total content. Five seconds. Your answer.
Yes.
That's a draw.
Yes.
Okay guys, thank you very much. It was a really close race, but that's a draw. We don't have any more questions for you.
Hello guys, thank you very much. It was very interesting, but as you mentioned several times, there are some interesting situations in giving answers. And I'm sorry, but I need to discuss it with our jury, because the jury consists of professors, of teachers, and they know students very well. And as I'm a teacher as well, I'm 15 years associated professor in the university, so I know how students work with answers. So I would like to give an advice from our jury, which consists from professors from different universities. Can I have some discussions with jury? You saw the situation. Professor Kitut, Dr. Natalia, Dr. Ha, Mr. Hajito, and I'm sorry, I don't know, maybe jury members are here. We had a situation, and in this situation we saw the teams had a draw. They have the equal result. 9 or 10 points one team, 9 or 10 points the second team. But it happened that sometimes one team showed the answer later than another. It was like systematically situation. Moreover, it is interesting to notice that one team showed one answer, and then they changed rapidly it. Why did they do it? Maybe they also understood that the opposite team cheating, maybe like this. So you are the jury, you are the professors, you are representatives of universities, you know the students, you know how the students, their behavior during exams. What shall we do here? We have only two options. The first option is we remain the draw, and no one will receive bonus point. The second option is that team who showed their answer first will be the winner, and they will receive bonus point, and they will give this bonus point for the main team. We have two options, only two options. And I would like to know the opinion. It will be like a voting by raising hands. By raising hands, voting. Who is for the first option? Who is for the draw? Equal result and nothing. No bonus point this game. Who is? Just thumbs up or raise hand. Show me that you are for the draw. Please do it. We must solve. We must decide. One. Our technical experts say that we have one vote for the draw. The second option, we must finish the routine of voting. The second option is bonus point will receive the team who showed their answer the first. Who is for this option? 1, 2.
Pavel, I have a comment.
Yes.
Can I have a comment? Yeah. The second option should be the team that have the total time until the answer, because if you say the first, maybe this sentence, this question they first and next question they after, so maybe it's equal the same or equal again. So we can count the total time to answer until the answer. So it's I think it's easier for technical.
You see, I offered you two options. It will affect the result. And the result is no one receives bonus point, or one team who was the first receive bonus point. Only two options. I offered you to choose from these two variants. So,
What do you mean the first? Because maybe this question they first, but next question they after.
No.
So you will count the total, right?
I checked it very careful, and not only me. We have special
Okay.
we have the
That's fine.
special expert today,
Okay.
who is on the background. You don't see him, but he looks and very thoroughly
That's okay.
checks all the timing, and he
Okay.
give to me. He said me that one team was systematically the first, and so
That's fine. Yeah.
so according to this voting, as I understand, one vote for the draw and at least two votes for the point to the team who was the first with their answer. Am I right? Yes, and according to this result, we need to. We don't need to make some calculations because. Oh, sorry, my technical group will change. No, sorry. I see. As we discussed it, and as we saw it during the routine, and I also noticed it and discussed it with my colleagues, and I specially didn't say the name of the teams. I specially didn't do it. It was like blind. What I noticed, one team showed the idea, and the please check technical group, check the results. Thank you. Yes, we made the calculation and we checked the record, we checked how it was. And as the result, and there was some difficulties in scoring, but till the end of the game, both teams showed the equal result. But we noticed one situation, that one team always showed the answer first. 11 times of 14 questions, 11 times. Then I also noticed that if they change the answer, the second team looked and changed the answer as well. I think that, and sometimes the gap between two answers was extremely large. In this case, as we checked it, and we noticed that the gaps between answers of two teams was too large. So we decided now that the team who showed their idea, their result, yes or no, first, and according to the point of view of jury, as I asked jury, can earn 1 bonus point because they know the material, they can find the answer, and they are sure in their point of view. They have their own point of view, and they don't try to look someone's point of view, and they don't want to try find somewhere else. And I think, my opinion, this team is showed the better result for today. It is the team C3 from Vietnam. It is the decision of the game with supporting teams. Guys, thank you very much for your game. Thank you very much. And could you please show me the second team? The Umeria team. Girls. Thank you for your participation. Thank you. And you really tried. And please, don't be upset. It's just a game. I think that next time, will you join us the next time? Thumbs up if you do. Yes, please, join us the next time. Thank you very much. See you. Hope I will see you.
Much we want to apologize to another team also. Thank you so much.
Thank you, supporting teams, and let's return to the jury. Let's return to the jury, and now we saw them, but I think that it will be interesting to give some more information about all jury board, which participate all our games. Hello, and now it's time, as usual, it's time to talk to jury. And today, yes, we discussed mineral fertilizers, we discussed some heavy metals, but I also want today to remind everyone, all our viewers and students as well, that we hosts, teachers, professors are people. Really, we are people. We have some celebrations, we have holidays, we want to have a rest. And today I would like to talk about this. And occasionally, I know that yesterday Dr. Natalia had the birthday. Yesterday she had a birthday. And let's Dr. Natalia, I have only one question to you. I have only one question to you. I hope that this game will have the second, the third season, and oh, sorry, I can't listen to you. Turn on your sound, please. Turn on your sound.
Okay, sorry.
Oh yeah,
sorry.
I see. I have only one
continue.
question.
We are continuing to discuss.
Yes. So please, Natalia, I have only one question to you. The next year we have the second season of this game.
Sorry.
We have the second season of our game, and do you want that the semifinal or maybe final will be on your birthday?
Okay, birthday, it's very good, but so strong battle that I see today, it's very nervous for me as the creator of this event, and I want to rest in my birthday, of course, and not taking part in some nervous event. Next time I want to rest and in my birthday, and it's my answer.
Okay, thank you. Put frankly, I like your answer. It's truth. When you have a birthday, when you have a personal celebration, you must have a rest. So, students, viewers, see, we professors are people. We also need a rest. Yes, we are nervous about some events, we are nervous about elections, and sometimes we need a rest, really. So, Natalia, my congratulations, best wishes, and hope that next holiday you will have the best holiday any time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Continue.
And let's
our
move further. Let's move further to the teams. Let's return to the teams, our teams and our hosts. Guys.
Bonus point. It was a tense discussion. And now I think it's high time for the presentations, finally. We would like to see our teams and ask them if they're ready. Hello, guys. Are you ready with the presentations? The first one is Konstantin.
Yes. Well, the team C3 from Vietnam is the first one, not only in supporting team competition, but also in presentations of their projects. But first of all, we want to see the personal video about the team members.
Hi everyone, my name is Trương Bảo Thắng and I'm a member of Team C3 from Vietnam. I'm a final year student at University of Science, and the reason why I'm joined this game is meet a new friend and have a new knowledge about the environment.
We cannot hear.
For this opportunity to introduce myself. I am a member of 3Cs. My name is Phạm Lệ Linh. I'm 21. Now I am a final year student in Hanoi University of Science. The reasons I joined the game is because I want to gain more knowledge about the environment and meet some new friends in many places.
Hi everyone, my name is Đào Đình Quang from Vietnam. I'm very excited to participate in the workshop because I want to know more and more knowledge to help develop the green agriculture from Vietnam and the region. Thank you and good luck for all team attend the workshop.
Hi everyone, my name is Hiền and I'm a student of Hà Nội University of Science. My major is environmental sciences. Coming to the Agro Eco Science workshop, I'm a member of Team C3 and I hope that by participating in this workshop, our team will have the opportunity to approach with current agricultural issues. And I'm sure that this project can be a perfect bridge that connects us with friends who come from different countries and also cultures. And once again, nice to meet all of you.
Hi, the reason I came to this game is I want to learn more about technology in environment of other country, and I just want to make a new friend from another country from this game. So that it. Thank you so much.
Hey everyone, my name is Tùng. I come from Vietnam. I'm a student of Hà Nội University of Science. I'm a member of Team C3, and the reason that I want to join the game is I want to know about environment and make some friends also.
Hello, my name is Phương Hoa. I'm in my second year of studying in Hà Nội University of Science. I joined the game because the major I'm studying is environmental. I'd like to share what we are searching and studying in Vietnam with international friends. Thank you.
So now we met all the members of Vietnamese team, and now I think they're ready to present their project about this accident. So C3 team, do you hear us? Do you hear us, C3 team?
Yes,
so
now we
you
can
can
hear
share
you.
your screen in Zoom with the presentation and start to present it. You have
can you see
15
me now?
minutes for the presentation. Please do it in time.
Hi, so can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. This presentation of our the solution of the hazardous toxicant of this situation. So first, I'm gonna talk about the reality of this situation, and with this situation, we can calculate from the time of the water can water of the river from the point 1 to point 3 is about the 60 hours and 36 minutes, and the time point 3 to point 6 is about 37 hours and 10 minutes. So the distance from the point 3 to the point 1 is equal to the distance from the point 3 to the point 3 to the point 2 is about 1.46 kilometer. And with the data you gave us, we can calculate the volume of the dry grade of total hazardous toxicant. It's about 10 cubic meter, and with that we can calculate the volume of each hazardous toxicant. The chrome is about 1 cubic meter. Zinc is 0.8 meter. Nickel about 0.8. Copper 0.3, and magnesium is about 0.005 cubic meter. And with that, we have the density of X hazardous toxicant. you can see that it calculated in gram per cubic meter, and we can calculate the volume of X reservoir. With pond 1, we have 50,000 cubic meter. Reservoir 4 is about 3 billion 240 thousand cubic meter. Reservoir 5 is 230,000 cubic meter. So we can calculate the weight of hazardous toxicant from point 1. The chrome is about 7.19 10 times 6 gram. Yes, and you can see X hazardous toxicant, and we can calculate the volume of the river from point 1 to point 3, and with that we can calculate the concentration of X hazardous toxicant. So the second part is
Next, I am going to talk about the effect of hazardous toxical to environment. Firstly, having mental in water are particularly dangerous for fish, juvenile, and many considerably reduce the size of fish population or even cause extinction of anti-fish population in populated reservoir. Having mental in water are particularly dangerous for fish. The data of many other in that having mental reduce survival of growth of fish larvae. They also cause behavior such in impaired locomotion perform result in increased susceptibility to predator or structure. Heavy metal can be found in trace in water so and still be very toxic and impose serious health problems to human and other ecosystems. This is because the toxicity level of a metal depend on factors such as the organisms which are exposed to it, its nature, its biological role, and the periods at which the organisms are exposed to the metal. There about effect of hazardous toxic to environment. Heavy metal are well known environment populator, south of population, pollution, natural mental pouring rock, volcanic eruption, anthropogenic mining, industrial, agricultural, heavy metal pollution in water chemicals, adverse effect on both animal and human. There are some images about the fish death.
The second of my presentation is solution of this scenario. The first is short solution. We can call local government of the village not to use water from the river. Second, it keeps the livestock away from the river, and finally block the river at point 3 to avoid the water from river come into the water reservoirs. This image shows that the absorption of mechanism of zeolite to heavy metal. In some research, we read the zeolite absorption heavy metal is about 50%. zeolite absorption heavy metal in a two mechanism. The first is ionic exchange, and the second is electrostatic interaction. And we can using some modify the polystyrene plate. This is a process of modify material from polystyrene plastic, because we can make use of waste plastic polystyrene to make a solvent material. The solvent mechanism of the material is to use the ionic exchange process. Then acid and chlorhydric acid can be used to convert the material and continue to use the material for absorption. The absorption efficiency of the material can reach 90%. And Lake at point 5 is heavily eutrophication, so we can take advantage of aquatic plant to absorb metal. The root of these plants are not attached to the soil, but suspended in the water. So and each stem and leaf grow on the surface of water. It float on the water according to the wind and current. The most special is water higher side. And with a long solution, we can set at least for monitoring place at point 1, 3, and 4 to assess the concentration of hazardous. This is the reference of my presentation, and thank you for listening.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Konstantin, do you think that this solution is well, right?
Well, I had some more extraordinary ideas, but I think that this solution will be very good for the jury.
I know it, but
We have to think about the jury. How do they will think about this solution?
Well, there were a lot of numbers and formulas. That's always a good.
We always love the formulas.
Yeah. So it's turn of the second team, Umeria. Are you ready? We will also get acquainted with them another time via videos.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Oh.
Nice.
So we want to see your personal videos about the team, and next we will see your presentation.
Hello, my name is Raja Prima Nusantara Wijaya. For me, ecology is something interesting to study because in ecology, it makes me understand how the living things and their environment interact each other. By knowing that, we know how we should manage and conserve the natural resource for better human life. My motivation joining this competition is simple. I'm joining this competition because I want to meet new people and gain more experience about competition, just like that.
Hi, my name is Fadia, so we meet again, and I'm part of the Udayana team. I am in my final semester of university, and I'm taking agrotechnology. And I'm really excited to be a part of this competition because it really does challenge our critical thinking skills, and it challenges all the knowledge that we've learned so far and how to apply them well. And I think we're supposed to explain why we think ecology is important. I think even in our field of study, ecology is particularly important because ecology itself is a study of the relationships between the natural environment as well as the organisms within it, and also the relationship between organisms. In the context of ecology, we can really understand why things happen in a habitat through ecology. By understanding ecology, we can basically understand the habitat itself and why things happen. For example, we can understand how uh, there can be a population boom in pests in agricultural crops through understanding the ecology, and it's usually an environmental factor that is also affected by other organisms. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tobias Leonard, and the reason I love to join this game is because it is really challenging for me, and I could learn a lot of new stuff, and also those new stuffs that could be implemented in real life situation. And the reason I study ecology is because currently there are a lot of pollutant that spread across our environment, and in ecology we try to prevent and eliminates the risk of polluting our environment.
Hello, my name is Wandin Gracia, or people just call me by Valen. I am an agro-ecotechnology student at Udayana University. The reason why I joined this game because I want to participate myself on this game. And then why do I study ecology? Because ecology is provide insight about human impact to our environment. Therefore, it will help us to understand about the impact and how we can reduce this impact. Thank you.
So, and now we're going to watch the presentation of Humira team. Guys, you can share your screen. Please turn on your camera.
Hi, can you hear me? Oh, Gemma.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can start your presentation.
Okay. So I'm from the Udayana team, and we're gonna present our solution to the problem that was presented to us. Okay, so the first thing is we're taking a few things into consideration. The first is time. So we've calculated it takes around 16.5 hours for the water containing galvanic sludge to reach reservoir 4 from point 1, and that it takes around 37 hours to reach point 6 from point 3. And also we've also calculated the concentration of sludge. We've deduced that the concentration of manganese it's within the safe limits of 0.0201, sorry, 0.1 milligram per liter, because we've converted the values. However, for chrome, zinc, nickel, and copper, that is not the case. As for chrome, since it is in an ion in the form of chrome 3+, there is a possibility of it to form chrome hydrate in the water, which is carcinogenic. So that's something we're quite worried about in this problem. Okay, so we have a few solutions. For the first solution is we have a short-term management. So first things first is that we should alert locals and authorities that the water in point 1 is unusable, and any water that's below point 1 is completely unusable. And water supply management, who, for example, this is the organization which pumps water from this water source to households, it should be cut. For short-term solution, the water flow should be cut. And also the water supply management should reroute water supply to get water from the northern side of the river, preferably before point 1, because point 1 is where the contamination happens. So, and the second solution is to build small beaver dams in points after point 1 itself, and points before 4 and points before 5. Point 1 to reduce the amount of galvanic sludge flowing down the river, and to block the canal to point 4 because it has fish farms, and because we must increase the volume, also because we must increase the volume of water at these 3 points to dilute the concentration of the galvanic sludge. So these beaver dams are useful to slow the spread of the galvanic sludge, and it also hopefully gives us more time. And the third, since galvanic sludge is basic in nature, as these are heavy metals and they tend to create insoluble salts, we will request the help of the locals to pour in household vinegar to neutralize some elements in the sludge. We do understand that it is not possible to completely neutralize the elements in the sludge and turn them into insoluble salts. However, it will certainly make our job easier. And the target for complete neutralization is a 30-to-1 ratio, with 30 being vinegar and 1 being the sludge, because vinegar is a weak acid and we don't have time to search for acids such as hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid in this situation. Now we go to the long-term management of this disaster. So the first solution is zeolite. Now zeolite itself is used a lot in livestock feed and also in a fisheries feed. It's actually a form of vitamin that can sometimes be mixed into the food of these animals to promote their growth. And it also contains water purification qualities, which we hope can help the eutrophication in reservoir 5 and also in point 1. While reservoir 5 and point 1 may be the priority in this solution to purify the water, we will also use it in reservoir 4, as it is particularly effective for CR and it is not harmful to the fisheries. The second solution, long-term solution we have presented, is the use of anaerobic bacteria. As sludge often creates a harmful ecosystem for organisms, anaerobic bacteria can be used to process the heavy metals in the sludge. These bacteria are able to degrade the organic metals into a form in which they are organic and can be absorbed by organisms. However, we use anaerobic bacteria instead of aerobic bacteria is the fact that because galvanic sludge can affect the oxygen levels within the water bodies, so using aerobic bacteria would be counterproductive. And the next one is electrolysis. Electrolysis can be used to remove these heavy metals. In these solutions, the graphite electrodes will be connected to a power source, which is electricity, and the metals will be attracted to the negatively charged electrode and form a layer of metals on these graphite electrodes, thus removing the heavy metals from this water. This will be used in point 1 and also in point 5. We do not recommend using this in point 4, as electrolysis can really affect the water and kill these fishes. However, it is one of the most useful ways to quickly remove the sludge. Next, we also recommend microbubbles. These involve pumping air into reservoir 4 to support the fish life there, as there are fisheries, and also to help purify the water. The sludge itself, which dissolves in the water, can bond with both oxygen and ozone and may evaporate from the reservoir as gas. The second one, the final solution in long-term management is deposition. Most of these metals, such as zinc, nickel, copper, and manganese, can be mixed with calcium hydroxide to create salts. As said before, most of the salts created from these heavy metals are actually insoluble in water, and hence they can later be scooped up from the water and then processed further to obtain pure metals. By processing further, I mean the salts created from these metals can be eventually recycled so that we can have another source of these metals, because these metals are actually very useful in industry, and also for example, copper is used to make electrical wires. And this solution can be used in points 1, 3, and also reservoir 4, as calcium hydroxide is not as harmful as chromium hydroxide in this situation. And that is our solutions. And thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you very much, Team Humeria. It was a really interesting presentation as
But
well.
so few formulas.
Well,
a little bit lack of formulas, but they also use cellulite like C3 team. So I think that the jury will estimate good marks for this presentation.
So now jury is starting to decide their mark, and we announce the votes for our viewers. Voting via this QR code, you can vote for the team that you liked most. Please take your smartphones and vote. We also would like to talk with the captains of our teams while the votes are being counted. Can we see the captains?
Mày bật mà bật mic. Hello. And người ta hỏi gì? Người ta hỏi gì đấy? Đấy.
Muốn thấy mặt thôi. Anh
And,
Hà đi. Bà.
Hello.
Guys, hello.
Can you see my
Nhóm của Việt Nam là để mic.
Can you see me? Please.
Guys, can you hear us?
Yes.
There is an echo in yes.
I can't hear you.
Hello. What are your emotions? Are you happy with the task? Was it difficult or not?
I think this task is difficult than the first match, and but it is very interesting.
Have you ever solved something like this in your studying? Did you have any questions or tests about such subject?
Yeah, this is for the first time I see the task of and I'm so worried in the first time I see it.
Okay.
But okay, my team. I think my team is very well.
Thank you. And what about the viewers? Have you invited some friends or family members to watch your game?
Yes, I share the link YouTube for my family and my parents. My parents are watching, and I think and I hope I hope they are proud of me.
Great. So let's say hello to them. Yeah, I'm sure they are rooting for you, for your team. Okay, thank you. And what about the team?
Humeria team, hello. Can you hear
Hello.
us? Are you marry a team?
Yeah, hi.
So, how do you feel about this task? What do you think is the main disadvantage of the solution of a Vietnamese team? That's a bold thing to ask. Is there any connection? Do you hear us? We cannot hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I was talking about the themes of the tasks were the same, however, the subject was different. And last time we didn't really have to calculate the concentration of the contaminants in the water, but this time we have to. So yeah.
So, do you think that your team will win this competition?
Oh, I think it's tough. Vietnam's also very good, so.
Do you see any differences in the ways you looked at the problem?
Oh yeah, I do think so. I think my team was more focused on the solution, and we actually did the same calculations, but we didn't present it on this screen. We just presented the end result. So I think that's the main difference.
That's the problem with the formulas.
Yes. And the last question. If you win the cash prize in this competition, how will you spend it?
Well, it depends. I would probably use it to fund my thesis research. So, yeah, research is expensive.
Wow. What is your research?
Yeah, so my research is about phytochemicals and antioxidants in plants. Yeah, and it takes some funds to analyze it.
I see. Thank you very much. Okay, dear viewers, now you can see the QR code one more time. Please vote if you haven't done it yet. And Pavel, could you tell us if the jury have voted?
Yes, thank you very much. I have checked the results, and now we have the results of voting from jury. All of them made and published their decision in the special web form. And now I would like first, without showing results, I would like to discuss with the jury their marks. I would like to discuss with jury only their marks, and then we will show the results. And first of all, I would like to ask Dr. Fabio Massi. As I checked in the Google form, you set the lowest marks to the both of the teams. I know that you are the professional of the highest level all over the world, and maybe you are too strict to our students. Why the mark is 4 and 5?
Yeah. Well, I was just choosing some scoring, which was in the mid of the available range. So we had to score from 1 to 10, to 8, sorry. And so I wanted just to stay in the middle because in both teams' presentation, I have been hearing very good explanations and good background of the problems. Sorry, my cam went out. Sorry. I hope you can still hear me. But what happened after is that both the teams have also given how to say not proper information about the solutions. So in both the teams, I've observed some mistakes in the ways how to approach. I mean, like. I don't know, the biological treatment that the Indonesian team has mentioned is completely unuseful in a situation like that. I mean, I'm an environmental chemist, so the kind of bad event is really one of the most scaring ones. I mean, the heavy metals can really be a big issue, and even for a long term. So in both teams, I've appreciated some of the solutions they have presented, but I think that both the presentations were really not going to fix the situation in a so proper way. So in between the two, I have preferred the team that has showed a higher number of analysis done, which is the Indonesian one, but up to me, they were both quite in the middle.
Thank you, for your fair opinion and your vision as you are professional from industry. Thank you very much, and I like that our jury members give their point of view and that they are honest. If they think that the mark must be low, it must be low, and they explain why it is. And the next, I would like to discuss the highest points for both of the teams. And the highest point for Vietnam national team was set by Professor Hav. Or
Yes.
should we discuss the highest team of Yumeria? Oh,
Yeah.
yes, Professor
Okay.
Hav. Could you please explain the mark of your team?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, all the jury and participants. I am very, I think I am very satisfied with the Vietnamese team today because, as you know, in the university, they are all is undergraduate. No one is a master, so the knowledge still is like from some different courses. And as Quang answered the question from Alex, in the university, they do not have like the exercise like this. So this is like the first time they do the like one they try to solve the whole problems. Because in our lecture we also give students some exercise, but it's only like a calculation, or some is separate with the solution, or some separate with the effect. But here they can combine all the different steps of the one issue to deal with this. Even as Marcy said about the feasibility and some like a practical issue of the solution. But for me, I'm very happy with our team because I see they are trying their best, and they get very good presentation today with the detailed assessment about the pollutant. Quantitative is not easy, but they try in the short time. So I think I give them the better point. However, in Indonesia team also they have a very good presentation and very good solution also. Because I see about the professional, some student in Indonesia, I think they are better because they have a more experiences in compare with our students. But for the whole presentation from all the part, so I think the Vietnam team is today is better. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay,
So I
thank
give
you.
a little bit. I still give very good points for Indonesia.
I know, I know,
Okay.
I know. Thank you, but
Thank you.
I asked about Vietnamese team. Thank you very
Yeah,
much,
thank you.
Professor Ha.
Thank
And
you very much.
let's move to the points to the highest mark of the team Umeria. And there are several jury members who set the highest point. But it is interesting for me to listen to the point of view of Dr. Charlie Batin. Is it possible to know his opinion now?
Okay, so can you hear me? I'm audible.
Yeah, hello, glad to see you. And you said
Yeah.
the very high mark to Umeria. Why? How can you explain it?
Okay. Okay. So first, there are two reasons why I gave a high points for Umeria. The first one would be they presented a variety of options that we could adopt, and the second one is that the possible solutions that they have provided are consider it as doable, and at the same time, it was the presentation are well arranged, and they can the technologies that are being used in their problems that they need to address. So I think these are some of the reasons why I gave them a high points, but definitely I also have a good points for the opponent or to the Vietnamese team.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your opinion. And now, as we discussed, you know about the reasons why the student teams gave low marks and also high marks. And now I think that we can move further and further. We have the very important and maybe sometimes difficult step, and this step is to know the marks. And to do this, I need two student teams on my screen, and I want to see the student teams. Guys, you just heard the opinion of jury member boards, and now we are ready to show you the marks. Our technical group, could you please show the marks, the result of the game according to jury and the result of the supporting team? So we see the following results. According to jury decision, the Vietnam team C3 have 6.38, and Umeria from Indonesia have 6.88. So the difference according to the jury decision, Umeria jury was on your side, but bonus point from supporting team, 1 bonus point, allowed C3 to show the better result, a bit better, but better. So that is the result of the game now. And now we also can we invite our hosts for today. Guys, what do you think about such thriller? I can't say another word here.
Absolutely. That's surprising. That's the case when the extra point made the point. Well, if in other games this extra point was correlated with the results of the team's project, now we see that this extra point from support team can make the game and make you the victor of the game.
Yeah, it's been decisive for this game. And it's good that we allocated some time to clarify the situation.
Yes, and it seems that it is. I can't say it's disappointing maybe. And now let's know the results of another voting. And viewers, dear viewers, you had the QR code. You had enough time to vote for the teams. Now please stop voting and show us the results. And Umeria teams. Oh, guys, could you please comment it? I'm upset with the situation.
Well, according to the viewers voting, Umeria got first.
They had 63% of the votes.
So the viewers loved your presentation most. Please, Umeria team, share your thoughts. Are you disappointed? Or was it a close race? And
it was a close race, so I would say, I think about disappointment, I think we would of course be disappointed, but the Vietnam team also deserved it, so we're not that disappointed.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's proceed to where to? Pavel, tell us.
I know the schedule.
What about the next game? It will be the final.
Yes, it will be the final. It will be soon, and there we will have two teams. As you remember, the first team, Mariana Marcos State University, was Hiraya from Mariana Marcos State University. They moved to the final as the best team of the first round, and now, according to today's result, C3 from Vietnamese National University, Hanoi University of Science, moved to the final as well, and 22 April, it seems that it will be in 2 weeks, we will have the final game between these teams. So soon we will have the final, and we have never done it. But now I would like to give the word to the Vietnam team. Guys, how are you? How are you? Please say us something. Say not to me, to viewers, to people, to maybe your parents who are watching you in YouTube.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay, it seems.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Oh.
Nói đi, nghe được rồi, nói đi.
Evening. We are good today.
So many emotions. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Your emotions are much more better than any words. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And we return to our hosts. Guys, we return to our hosts. Guys, thank you. Thank you for your work. Goodbye. See you soon.
Thank you. See you on April 22.
Yes, and our dear viewers, see you on April 22.